What the fuck is this world?
It's a bizarre world, that's for sure. I got to tell you about that here in a second, but real quick, we're broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com and get that free quote. Guys, I had the most bizarre dream the other day. I was staying at a B&B, a bed and breakfast in the mountains. I assume it was here in Colorado. And it was being run by Hockey Hall of Famer Patrick Waugh. It's so stupid. It was so dumb. Now, I'll tell you about the dream. So, I'm staying there. Patrick was hospitable. Okay, liked it. Hey, Scotty, would you like any pancakes tomorrow morning? Maybe some bacon? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, Patrick. Maybe some coffee too. Would you like some creamer? And I was like, yes, absolutely. Thanks, Patrick. And then, it was very nice, but it was a little bit run down. I remember that part of the dream. But it was bizarre because I must have been staying there for a significant amount of time because I was doing laundry. I remember going to get the laundry out of the dryer, and I had to call and get Patrick over there because there was an issue. The issue was somebody stole the door from the dryer. And it was still going, so somehow they got it so it still run. And then, but there was no door on there. I was like, Patrick, what the heck happened? He's all, sometimes this happens there, Scotty. It's people, they're not such good people. And I'm like, I get it, Patrick. You're only one man. You can only do so much good in this world. He's like, absolutely. Hey, those pancakes, they're going to get cold, don't you know? And I was like, okay, let's go get those pancakes. Anyway, but overall, it was a nice place. And what's funny too, and this always drives me nuts. You're getting to this part of your dream where something's about to be revealed. And you're like, oh, yes, here we go. There was this undertone that the house was haunted. It wasn't really being focused on in the dream, but right near the end, I was like, oh my goodness, I think this place is haunted. And I was going down this hallway, and I think it was going to be revealed that there was some sort of entity or something like that in there. And then I freaking woke up. And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, Patrick, is it haunted? Patrick. And my wife's all, who the fuck is Patrick? What's going on? I was like, it's fine. It's just, I was having a dream about Patrick Waugh again. She's like, oh God, just give it up, honey. Ain't gonna take you. Anyway, it was so weird. But this is just a reminder that there is a theory out there, and people that believe it, that dreams can be a window into a parallel universe, an alternate reality. Scotty, wait a minute. So when I dream about banging that lady who ate the drywall from that show, My Strange Addiction, that's right, Connery, that's right, a parallel universe, that may have happened. Oh my God, no wonder I had, not sawdust, but, chalk all over my junk. That's not why. Oh, that's right. I got drunk and I hammered your bedroom wall. Yeah, you did. It took a while to fix that. Although it was more of a time thing because, let's be honest, it was a very small patch. Hey, fuck you, Scotty. What's that? What is this? Did somebody stick a pencil through this wall? Shut up, Scotty. My wiener's not that small. Your mother likes it. Oh, Connery, shut up. Shut up. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's just bizarre. Have you guys ever kept a dream journal? It's fascinating if you ever do it. Say what you do is you just put a pad of paper or notebook by your bed and a pen or pencil. And then when you wake up, as soon as you wake up, before you do anything else, you write down as much of your dream as possible. That's all you do. And then within a week of doing this on a regular basis, you are going to remember so many details from dreams. It's pretty cool. I haven't done it in years and years and years, but if you're ever wanting to explore it, it's fascinating. And then you start going, well, what does this mean? Why why was I hanging out with Patrick Waugh? Why was he offering me pancakes? Do you want some syrup on that, Scotty? It's straight from Canada. Eh, you know what's funny is that's actually a pretty good Patrick Waugh impression. It is. Hey, Scotty. Uh, I don't think I have that sound anymore. I had that sound of him and or where he was saying that he was going to come through the glass at me, but I can't remember. I think I deleted it. Anyway, yeah, it's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Uh, Sorry. I swear to God, we got actual news to get into today. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Uh, Enable those notifications every time that there's a new episode. You're going to be notified, and that way you don't miss out on any of the new shows. Make sure you interact any way you can. If you can leave a review, if you can leave a comment, just a simple rating, any of that works. Do appreciate it. If it's a funny review, I will read it on the show, just so you know. If it's a good comment, yes, I'll read it on there. If it's a bad comment, yes, I'll read it on here as well. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Let's do this. Like I said, we're broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. I think what we need to do right now is go ahead and jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Today's headlines are presented to you by Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com and get a free evaluation. They'll come out pretty quick and check out your roof. A guy in upstate New York. Okay, listen, I've told you before, I have tons of people that live in the New York area. It's all over. It's pretty cool, actually. It's interesting. But there's a guy that is being accused of stabbing someone. That's never a good idea to stab somebody. I'm just saying, putting that out there, FYI. In case you didn't know, don't go stabbing. But this guy, not only did he stab somebody, it was a family member. And not only was he stabbing a family member, the stabber, was dressed in a cow costume. Yes. I wonder if he thought at some point in the day was just like, let's go stab Uncle Billy. Wait a minute. Shoot. Gosh. Whoa. Almost forgot. Better put on my stabbing cow costume. What the fuck?
Well, cows murder grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Joe Rogan. They do.
Well, cows murder grass.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. Apparently the guy, they didn't say he had mental issues. They just said the dude was weird, according to his family. They're like, yeah, that's not surprising. And I don't know what kind of knife it might have been like a butter knife, because the person that he stabbed, they're like, I don't need any medical attention. Like, nah, it's good. It's fine. It's just a scratch. I mean, it was the same one we were using to put butter on the bread. That's so bizarre. That's also kind of nightmare fuel. If you think about it, think about this. Next time you see somebody in a cow costume, you got to go, whoa, hold on. They may stab you. They may stab you. I think there's a stat somewhere where you're more likely to get trampled by a cow than you are to be bit by a shark. Either way, stay out of the ocean, stay out of the pastures, I guess. God. I just have the vision of some guy with this like horrible look on his face of just anger and determination. And he's in like a milk cow costume and he's chasing after me. That's terrible. I might dream about that one tonight. Wake up, the cow's gonna get me. I'm like feeling all over my body, make sure there's no stab wounds. Oh my God, the cow. And somebody offers me milk later in the day and I just smack it out of their hand. Get that shit out of my face. God damn it. You don't know the hell I've been through. I'm sorry. That's dumb. Anyway, what's going on? Oh, you know what I forgot to do for this next story? Let's see. Where is it? Oh my God. Oh, here we go. I think it's time to do this.
All right, it's time for Meth Head, Idiot, or Floridian.
All right, Don Pardo, take it away. All right, there's Scotty. A dad injured after accidentally dropping a pipe bomb he made to entertain his guests. Is this person a idiot, meth head, or Floridian? Tick-tock. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, I could see either one. I could totally see this being in Florida. I could totally just see this being a guy that's just a moron. Or, he's hopped up on meth. This is a tough one, Don Pardo. What's the answer? All right, hang on to your britches. The answer is, it's just an idiot from Pennsylvania. All right. Well, thanks, Don Pardo. Appreciate that. Yes. So, a dad injured himself after accidentally dropping a pipe bomb he made to entertain house guests. Like they're like, hey, let's have a party. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go ahead and make a fucking pipe bomb. What fucking kind of party does this guy throw? Part of me wants to go to one of his parties, little shindigs. What's happening? Well, Todd, Todd, man, he's all about the party. What'd he do? What's he known for? Well, he likes to make bombs. That's terrible. Here's what's crazy though. So the guy, once he learned that guests were no longer coming, he retrieved the bomb that he made just for a special occasion and took it back to his shed, according to documents. And they said he was trying to disarm it when he accidentally dropped it and it blew up. I still want to know, really, what was this guy's plan? What was his plan? A bunch of people, hey, everyone, gather around. I got something to show you. Oh, Todd, bravo. What do you got on the docket for today? Well, first of all, here's an ice sculpture I made. Here's a slingshot full of mini wieners. Firing it into people's mouths. Yum, 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 yum. And then now I made a pipe bomb. Everybody watch out. I'm going to blow shit up. This is weird. What are you going to do with a pipe bomb? You detonate it and then you just yell at people?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Like, no. You're missing a fucking hand now, Todd. God. Todd's probably one of those dickheads at 4th of July that, like, borderline almost blows his hands off every fucking year. And every year you go because you're just like, it's got to be this time now, right? It's got to happen. Why do you keep going to him? He's like reckless. I know, but I just want to be there for the story. Like, hey, remember Todd? We call him Three-Finger Todd now. So bizarre. By the way, note to self, when trying to detonate a bomb, maybe put down the bucket of KFC so you don't have greasy fingers and you accidentally drop it. Dumbass. We got so much more coming your way. Real quick, though. If you're looking for a roof repair, maybe just, you're curious about your roof. Does it need some repairs? Just get it inspected. No worries. You're going to want to go with the GOAT. You're going to want to go with Roof Goat USA. They cover Michigan. They cover Colorado. All you got to do is go to roofgoatusa.com. Sign up for a free evaluation. They'll be out to your house. Check things out. They've been in business for well over 24 years. They know how to deal with all the headaches that come with fixing a roof, whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims. They've seen it all. They know how to deal with it all. And what's cool is whether they're fixing your residential roof, maybe your commercial building, maybe they're putting up metal, roofing or just traditional shingles, they're going to put a 30-year guarantee on their work. That's all materials and labor covered for 30 years from date of installation. That's pretty darn cool. That's the Roof Goat USA way. So for all your roofing needs, go ahead, contact the GOAT. Go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Oh, yeah, we talked about this story a couple of years ago. I want to say it was in 2024. A man, another New York story, upstate New York. What the fuck's going on in upstate New York? What the hell's up? What's going on up there? An upstate New York man who had an alligator seized after he was sharing it in his, basically sharing a home with it for over 30 years, has given up the court fight to get it back. It was named Albert. He had Albert the alligator was seized back in 2024. The owner has been trying to fight to get it back, and there's a lot of controversy on whether or not he should have been allowed to have the animal in the first place. His license to own it and have it in his home had been expired for 3 years before they seized it. And here's a little bit more information on it. If it was a small alligator, I'd be like, oh, what's the harm, right? How big do you think this alligator is? Because right now, it's on an animal sanctuary in Texas, living the good life. Well, I'll give you some stats on this thing. Now, keep in mind, the owner would allow people to swim with it in his indoor pool, right? Okay, keep that in mind. Now, let's go through the stats. It's 12 feet long, 750 pounds. It's blind in both eyes, or it has blindness in both eyes. It has spinal complications, along with some other health issues. Is that something you want to be in the water with? Something that's like half blind and is in constant pain, and like it twerks not twerking, it's like twerking in the water. It moves one direction and it gets all a shot of pain. Next thing you know, it's eating little Billy, little Tommy. Tommy, what the fuck? He's in the mouth of Albert. No wonder they seized the animal. It's not safe. There's people that were like, let's go swimming with it. It's fine. It's Albert the alligator. He's old and blind. He's a giant motherfucker, but it's fine. It ain't really bit nobody. Not really, that I know of. So disturbing. I get why the guy's like, I can't fight this. You're not going to win that battle. And here's the thing. For an animal that big and it's that banged up because of life, just let it be in a place where it's going to be comfortable. Not in a giant pool, but in a sanctuary where it can actually exist outside and feel the elements and not be stuck inside in a fucking pool, right? While you sit there longingly and stare at it in a creepy, creepy way. Good thing the fucking alligator's blind. I'm just saying. I'm stroking my alligator. Why would I say that? Stop it. That's so weird. I'm not a reptile person, guys, which is funny because my dad was. We just talked to Chad Brown, NFL linebacker, a couple weeks back, and he loves reptiles, especially snakes. It's just not my gig. You're a different breed of person than me. I can't stand it. My son loves snakes and reptiles. I've been in his science class where they have all these. Listen, ultimately, they're beautiful animals, but there was an iguana that he was going to try to bring home. I think it was the iguana. It was fucking huge. and the enclosure that you had to bring home. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like it is a big commitment to be a parent of a reptile. That's not, it's a lot more difficult in my mind than having a cat or a dog. Those are very easy in comparison. I don't understand. And it's like, why would you want an animal like an alligator or a snake that, let's be honest, if all of a sudden it's just like, man, that guy looks delicious, I'm just going to start starving myself, because that's what like boas do sometimes. And they don't eat. Next thing you know, you're that sick fuck that decides to sleep with your reptile. Next thing you know, you're in its tummy. Right? That's just, you're fucking weird. Fucking weird. I'm not a fan of carnival rides. Going to there's a Elitch Gardens here in the Denver area that is an amusement park. I can't stand anything that spins. It's gonna make me puke. Then I even when I'm on like a roller coaster, it's just not that exciting to me. So that, and half the time, and we've done so many stories on this through the years, where the rides just fucking break and people are stuck upside down for like 30 minutes. That shit's scary as fuck to me. A carnival ride in Mexico went haywire. It was is it a carousel that goes, it's like a wheel spinning top to bottom, whatever. It ended up tossing this woman from her bucket seat. It was like going back and forth. Next thing you know, she's there's a video of it. And she is just flipping around. And there's I want to say a couple workers down below kind of watching her. And holy shit, she gets flung from the bucket seat, and a worker caught her and prevented her from smashing into the ground. And she just gets up and like, whatever, and then starts walking away. I'm like, holy shit, if that happened to me, I'd be so sexually confused at the moment. Be like, do we start making out? What? I feel like this is part of a movie, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening to my mind. I went there. Yeah. I said, am I gay now? What happened? I'm sorry. That's hilarious to me. I just imagine some like backwoods guy. He gets flung, and some big dude catches him, and they're just like locked in on their eyes, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, I think I'm gay now." Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing. Okay, honey, I'm leaving you. Why? Because Hector over there saved my life. Now I think I crave wiener now. That makes no sense. Hey, but love doesn't make sense. Am I right, guys? Hey. Hey. It's dumb. I'm so stupid. Woo! Oh boy. Sorry, my voice, by the way, my voice is a little strained. We had a great freaking game last night. My double A team for Little League, they're like 9, 10, 11-year-olds, and they were down, I want to say, like 2-6 or something like that at one point. They ended up fighting back. Game was tied. I'm not going to go into some details because there was some BS shit that happened on the other team where they broke some Little League rules. Don't need to go into it. Bringing in pitchers that already pitched. Some other things. Don't need to go into that. Drove me nuts. But whatever. We fought back. Game ended up being tied at the end. We ran out of daylight. We ended up with a runner on second base, and they had to call game because, what was it? It doesn't matter. Either way, we left a runner on second. Maybe we struck out at the end. But either way, there was like no sunlight at the end. But I was so excited. I was just like, yeah, Hammerheads, we don't give up. Bruh, bruh. I think some parents were like, "Oh my God, he's yelling. I don't like that. He sounds too aggressive. He's asking them to make eye contact with him. That's not nice. It's his choice." I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He doesn't have to look at the coach doesn't have to get, respect. I'm saying this as somebody else, not my kid's parents. Although it was fun. It was fun. I was so freaking proud. I told the kids afterwards in the post game huddle, I was like, dude, you guys almost gave me a heart attack. And my daughter goes, "You almost killed my father." And everybody's like, "Yay." I was like, "Yeah, okay, okay." It was fun. I was so, every single kid tried their butt off and they did not get it. I'm sorry, guys. I'll continue on in a second, but I just have to share this moment. It was one of those things where we're fighting back, and I want to say we were it was 6-7, something like that. And I'm like, I'm in front of the dugout and they're all on the fence. And I'm like, and we just had a kid score. And I'm just like, I am just so pumped up. And I was like, that's right. Hammerheads do not quit. Hammerheads do not quit. And they're looking at me. Their eyes are just wide, grins, ear to ear. I wish the parents could have seen it, because it was like, this is why I'm losing my voice. Because your kids just found out that a life lesson, that it is okay to get, if you get kicked down, to get back up, because you got to believe in yourself and you got to believe in your teammates. It was a great freaking moment in those kids' lives that I had a front row seat to, and they were just so excited and so proud of themselves and so proud of their teammates. It was a moment that was so freaking cool. So freaking cool. I wish everybody could have seen it. It was really neat. Anyway, going back to the stories. We got the mailbag coming up in just a second, but real quick, hey, put your junk in our trunk. Storms Bros Junk Removal. If your home, garage, office, or yard is looking like a disaster zone, what you need to do is contact Storms Bros Junk Removal right now. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now, or you can follow them on Facebook, Storms Bros Junk Removal. And what you need to do is you send them a direct message with a picture of your junk from around the house, unwanted items from around the house or the office, okay? Not that kind. You know what kind of junk not to send, please. Although you're not sending it to me, so I'm just kidding. Send it to them, and they're going to quickly send a picture of that to them, and then they're going to quickly respond with a quote. Just a quote, no hassle quote. You either decide to go with them or not, but it's a great way to get an idea of what you're dealing with. And listen, when you got a bunch of junk around the house, you're doing spring cleaning, and you look at it and it causes so much stress. It does. But you know what? You can clear that mess, get rid of the stress, courtesy of Storms Bros Junk Removal. And whether it's a, couch, sofas, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, maybe a bunch of electronics, wood, drywall, construction materials, yard waste, or maybe you're even clearing out like an old house, a warehouse, anything like that. Either way, Storms Bros Junk Removal can help you. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now. Get that free quote, stormsbrothersjunk.com. You can give them a call, 303-736-9404, 303-736-9404. Or, like I said, go to Facebook, follow them on Facebook, and then send them a direct message with a picture of your junk from around the house of unwanted items. Okay? I was going to say, there's a way like you could put like your finger in front of the camera to make it look like your butt, but it's it's just your hand. But your junk, the actual like a mattress or whatever, drywall, construction stuff's in the background. I think that would be funny. Anyway, it's Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. And what we need to do right now is jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This is so weird. I'm only reading this because Seth sent it in to me at DeHuff. He sent it in DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. He said he did this while his kids were in the car waiting. What's he talking about? He sent me an article, and it's talking about, RFK Jr. I don't like to talk politics, but this isn't really politics. Well, let's be honest. RFK Jr., weird dude. He got a voice like this. Sorry, I shouldn't make fun, but I did. He wrote a book, and there's some weird shit in the book. I haven't seen anybody talk about this before. Maybe they have, and this is old news. But either way, Seth, it's new to you and me. RFK Jr. cut off a dead raccoon's penis on a family vacation to study it later. And like I said, that's the headline, while driving with his family after spotting a dead raccoon. This is a quote from the book. I was standing in front of my parked car on I-684, cutting the penis out of a road-killed raccoon, thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be. Yeah. And then he added that his kids were waiting in the car. What are you going to do? Listen, I guess back in the day, he wanted to be a veterinarian. So he was very fascinated with animals. I'm just wondering, I get it. Maybe if you're wanting to be a veterinarian and stuff like that, but why would you cut off his dick? I don't get that. You see a roadkill, it'll be like, whoa, what'd be great? Cutting off his dick. Then go studying it at home. And are raccoons known for having huge wangs? I can't imagine that's like something fantastic you want to go study. I call a little bit of bullshit. I think somebody's got a weird fetish. You know who else liked roadkill? Jeffrey Dahmer. I saw that show, Dahmer. He had a thing with roadkill. Just saying. Hey, Scotty, this is fascinating. It's pretty crazy that RFK Jr., cutting a penis off a dead raccoon on the side of the road. That's the same plot as Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's not the plot for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Connery. Oh, I beg to differ, Scotty. I've seen that movie. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Yes, because I remember that Rocket Raccoon, he's in that bay because he's hurt, and then somebody comes over and tries to cut off his pecker. No, my God. You probably should pay attention more to movies. That's disturbing. I don't know what's worse, what you said, Connery, or what RFK Jr. did. That being said, people that love animals and love the science behind animals, if he were to have scraped up the entire carcass and then he's like, I'm going to go study the whole thing, I guess I would be a little bit more accepting of that. But the fact that he's just like, need me some raccoon dick. At what point did he see the raccoon dead on the side of the road? He's like, oh, I would love to study his dick. Right? Who does that? Guys, this guy's influencing a lot in our country right now. We call him old raccoon dick RFK. RFK, raccoon fucking cock, but the cock spelled with a K. Good time. I feel like That is a great. Let's put a pin in that. Maybe come back to that later. Um, I think that's a good way to end the program. Oh, good times. Guys, if you want to interact with the show just like Seth did, way to go and derail the show, Seth. That was awesome. That was awesome. If you want to interact with the show, you can hit me up on socials, whether it's a direct message or on the timeline at DeHuff Podcast on socials, or you can get me on email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. That's it for the news from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. Follow them on Facebook. Send them that direct message of your junk. See what happens. See what happens. Also, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go check them out at roofgoatusa.com and get that free evaluation on your roof. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully you smiled a little bit in this episode. It's the Huff Uncensored. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.